Today I want to talk about the healing spiral, and I'm sure many people have heard like healing's not linear, healing's a spiral. But I wanted to really ground that idea and like give it like I really want to root to that idea and like a rooted understanding because I've only really come to understand it this year, and only yesterday did I like fully like integrate that idea and what that means to me. So, yeah, I guess I just want to offer this as a. I'm still rearranging it in my head a little bit, so excuse if this is like a bit messy, but I'm gonna try my best to explain it in the way that I understand it. But what I found was, let me try and visually. I don't have a pen, so just use your imagination. So like it's like you start your healing journey at like this base, and you move through a bunch of like everything that you never faced, any of the shadows that you never gave attention to, any of like the childhood like wounds or anything like that that you never like actually you never touched those wounds, or you never actually looked at them, you never actually like saw that side of yourself and gave it space. So you start doing that, and you start like at this space, and like you move in this like cycle. So you're seeing all these things of yourself, and then what'll happen is once you complete the first cycle, it's literally a spiral. It rises. So like a spring. It goes like this. But um, what will happen is you'll go in that one full rotation, and then you'll reach a higher point, obviously on the second rotation. But what happens is when you get to that second rotation, you'll find that you'll be revisiting the same like wounds or maybe like old habits and things, but you can see them from a higher point now because you've already done that first loop. So once you get to that second loop, it's like you can look at like you have a better understanding because you've already done that first cycle of healing. So you get to the second loop and you sort of repeat certain things so that you can it's your psyche's way of showing you that like okay, we see that you're looking at this thing now, and now that you're at this point again, can you see it from a higher point? Uh, I'm kind of losing myself here. Let me just get back to it. So like, I want to continue explaining the spiral because the spiral, what I found, is each time you reach a new vantage point, it sort of the circle becomes smaller. Like it's like the spiral goes like it's one long base, and then you come like this, and the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it's like that, right? So, say you get like to the third rotation now, right? So, because you've already done that first one, the second one's going to be shorter because you understand how to move these things through these things better, and you have a better understanding of your wounds. You have a better understanding of what you need to look at, what needs you to hold space for it, what just wants to be seen. I think it'll be good if I give an example of like my own personal life so that I could really like give a more tangible understanding of this. So like maybe 2 weeks ago, like I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I maybe three, I don't know how long ago it was, but I like was in a fit of rage, like I threw a fit, which I don't do, and I punched I like screamed a bunch of swear words, and I punched the air fryer and I made a dent in it. And I was like, okay, there's something I need to look at. And the thing is, that would not normally, like, I don't have fits of rage, but the last time I did, it would just be a fit of rage, and I would just be angry, and I would move on, or not even move on, I would suppress whatever I was actually feeling. I would just be angry, and it wouldn't actually go anywhere, it would just be that emotion, and I wouldn't even understand why I'm feeling it. But this time around, it was like, okay, I don't do that. I need to look at something, obviously. Something's trying to, like, a part of me is trying to speak to me, and I need to just acknowledge it rather than be like, I don't do that anymore. Why am I going backwards? Why am I throwing fits of rage? I don't do that. It's not like me. So you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as like going backwards, which you're not. You can't go backwards if if you're actually like trying, or like you're actually putting in the work to like better yourself, then you cannot go backwards. Like I promise, you won't go backwards. So these things will rise to the surface as your like nervous system's way of asking you like, or not even just like showing you like, hey, you need to look at this because now you're at a point where you can see it a lot clearer. Because say when I was throwing fits of rage down here, it's like I don't even have, I'm not elevated. I can't see everything. I don't have a clear view. It's like the more you do the healing and the more you go through the spiral, and the tighter the circles get and the higher you get, you can look down at those old wounds and you can see them, really see them instead of being in them. You're not in them anymore. You have a vantage point, so you can see them clearly and you can go, oh, this is why, because I can see like the full spiral and how I got here and why I was down there. I can actually see this thing and I can work through it. So it's like I was angry and I could actually point that to like why. I could be like, okay, so this is going on in my life and I haven't really faced this part of my childhood, and that's why I'm throwing a fit of rage right now. Um, it had a lot to do with my mom. I was talking to my mom and she said something that triggered me. But normally, from when I was a kid, it would trigger me, and then I got to a point where like I just sort of dismissed it because I was like, that's just how it is. Like that's how she speaks to me sometimes. And then I realized that I don't like it, or like I got to a point where it's like I can't keep tolerating it because this version of me that's authentic to themselves refuses to just allow things like that. So that anger rose to the surface to remind me that, hey, remember when you used to get that angry? This is why. And now you can actually see clearly why this is happening to you instead of just being in a fit of rage and not knowing what the hell is going on. I have berry juice. I don't know. Actually, I want more, so. So we have. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, okay. So it's apple, aronia, strawberry, and black currant. I don't know what aronia is. I've never heard of that in my life. But yeah, berry juice. Berry juice. Okay, so where was I? Honestly, I feel like I'm talking in circles. I won't lie. Like I don't even know. I think I'm saying the same thing over and over again. But anyways, um, what else about this healing thing? I feel like I've sort of explained most of it. I don't know what else I need to really say, but it's like, yeah. Um, each time you complete a cycle, it becomes easier to move to the next cycle because the spiral gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And that made me think like, do you get to a point where it's just like a line and you just like go straight up, you just keep going, you just keep rising? And I guess in a way, yeah, because you don't have to go through such long rotations to like heal anymore, because it's like what would normally take you this amount of time takes you this amount of time because you've already done it so many times before as you were going through the spiral. So yeah, I don't think there's much more I have to explain other than that. I feel like there's more I had to say, but it's not really coming through right now. So yeah, man, like if you find what I was trying to get at actually is that if you find yourself like repeating certain patterns and you're wondering why, if I've been healing this whole time, why am I repeating old habits or why am I revisiting these old, it's because your nervous system's trying to show you like, yo, you now at a point where you can see this clearly, so we're going to put you through it so that you can see that you're not experiencing this the same way you were experiencing it before. You're actually better now. Like we're going to put you through it so that you can see that you come out of it like a lot stronger and you're a lot more capable. You have the tools now to like help yourself and actually understand these things and move through them in like a stable manner that's not so like messy and all over the place. I hope that makes sense. I hope this helps. anyone. It helped me a lot to like understand this because I kept thinking to myself, why the fuck do I keep doing the same shit if I'm healing? Like, it doesn't make sense. But it makes a lot of sense now, especially last night because I revisited something and I was like, wow, I'm a lot better than this now. Like, I did something I would not normally do, and I was like so sure, more than I've ever been, that like, yeah, that's not me. And that was just my body's way of showing me that, hey, it's like asking you a question. It's like, hey, we're gonna bring this thing right back up, and then we're gonna ask you, is this still like you? Are you gonna move through? Are you better at handling this or not? And then when you handle it better, it's like reaffirming to yourself and to your system that, yeah, you've actually done the work. Like, you're handling this better than you would before. So it's a good thing. Like, it's a really good thing when these things resurface. It's very good for you. It helps you a lot. I promise. Yeah, I think that's it. Uh, God bless. Spread love today. Tell someone you love them. Drink juice. Drink water. Go outside. Yeah, man. Enjoy your life.